I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Andrew McCART, AFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm here in Newcastle. Just had the weigh in there. Rob Ismay. I mean, it's been a fun week with you and Sol Dacres. You've been giving it as you've been going at it with them. I mean, you're fired up for this one, aren't you?
Aye, mate, of course I am. He's standing in the way of something that I want, something that I need to provide for my gorgeous fiancée and my beautiful kids. He's standing in the way of it. And now the last interview I did with you, I was talking cruiserweight. But listen, since that layout, I thickened out, and I'm only 6'1". I could do cruiserweight, but it would take us a year, and I haven't got the time. Bridgerweight's the one for me. That's exactly what he is. Like Darren asked us a question, Darren Moore asked us a question yesterday at the presser. Are you like you can't like concerned that like you can't compete with the height or like or the size of the different heavyweights? You started talking about height. It's absolutely nothing to do with height. It's about size, stature, like, you know what I mean? Like a natural 19.5 stone man will absorb heavier shots, you know what I mean? Like it's like a welterweight fighting me. They're not going to tickle, but they're not going to stretch my heights out, you know what I mean?
Well, you did come in heavy there. It was 262 pounds, I think, was on the scale. So, in that sense, you are a fully blown heavyweight in terms of weight.
Because, I'll not tell you why, but I didn't pull any calories out, and I kept the weight as an advantage. Like, what was he? Can you remember? 234. What's that in stone, pounds?
232 pounds, probably about maybe it was 16.5 stone.
16.5 stone. That's what we expect him to come in at anyways. So when he's in the clinches, he's going to know about it, isn't he? And when he gets a little nudge, he's going to get shot across the ring like a ragdoll.
Obviously, you said if he was to come in, you're sort of, what you said yesterday at the press conference was he's going to dance, he's going to run for you. You're kind of wanting him to engage a little bit on the inside?
I'd love him to, but he's not going to, Andy. Let's fucking face it. He's going to run. He's going to run. He's going to ping and try and look pretty, try and paint a pretty picture. And it's up to me not to let him. So we'll see tomorrow. But listen, they just think I'm just like I said, like I've said in interviews with you. They've watched all of my interviews. You know what? I haven't watched fucking one of theirs because I couldn't give a fuck about his boring monotone cunt voice. So just like, so they've obviously been like, oh, what? All right, so he's a cruiserweight. Oh, so he's just a fat cruiserweight. And listen, carrying a tyre around my belly. Look at this. It's not a bodybuilding contest, though, is it, mate? It's a fight. It's a fight. Look at Tyson Fury. I'm not comparing myself to the Gypsy King, but look at Tyson Fury. Does he look at like he's fleshy? You know what I mean? He's not but he's the best lineal heavyweight on the planet. So doesn't matter. If it was a bodybuilding contest, he would have already won. He's in mint nick, but I couldn't care less about that. I care about when I'm fighting them. I want to land one of these. Either one lands, it goes over, mate, in my opinion.
Yeah, obviously, the heavyweight division's stacked right now, especially if you win that English title. There's obviously the Fabio Wardleys, there's the Johnny Fishers, there's the David Adelays, there's the Fraser Clarks. I mean, you're talking some very, very talented heavyweights domestically if you get past Solomon Dacres. But you said yourself Bridgerweight is your weight, so you win this English title, is there a chance of you going down to that Bridgerweight? I know the WBC only once.
Mate, come on. My last interview, my last two fights have been at 16 stone. I made 16 stone. I can do it. I don't do it comfortably because, well, maybe I could over a longer period, but I tend to crash it. Like on my last two I did, and I was dry at 16 stone. Like if you look on BoxRec, it says I weighed 17.1. That was because I had to weigh in the next day. My opponent didn't turn up. the day before weighing, so I had to weigh in again. So I wasn't staying dehydrated. I refueled and put a stone on. So bridgerweight, that is me. That's what I'm talking about. That's the route for me, and that's not recognised across the board, but it should be. Well, if the WBC, look at, that's one of the most prestigious belts to me. Like, if there's a world title that you want to win, it's that green and gold, that beautiful green and gold belt, isn't it? And they're paving the way. So why shouldn't it be brought in? He said there was, well, oh, that means Mike Tyson was a bridgerweight, Muhammad Ali was a bridgerweight, and I was like, well, I didn't get an answer at the time, but I'll answer it now. Look, men were smaller back then. It was just a genetic fact. They were a lot bigger now. Like, you look at your Joshuas and your Furies and your Klitschko's. You know what I mean? 6'9", like monsters. So you're telling me, if you're 14 stone 5 pounds, you can box a man that's 22 stone. That's 8 stone. That's an 8 stone gap. So would you let a middleweight fight a cruiserweight? Like, it's fucking mental. So they should really, really, really take it into consideration, this bridgerweight, because that is the one for me. And when I smoke this fucker, when I smoke him tomorrow, that's what I'm going to talk about with Eddie. Because they've offered, did he know about that as well? Because he'll be watching this, or his team, because they're all invested in us. I couldn't give a fuck what you say. I couldn't care less. Like, do you think I'd follow what you're doing? I don't give a fuck. But you'll be watching this. Do you know that they've offered us a 2-fight deal? If I want to beat you. Didn't know that, did you? I have. So, when I beat you, that's the conversation I'm going to be having with Eddie, bridgerweight route.
Well, I'm obviously not getting ahead of yourself. Solomon Dacres is a good heavyweight in his own right. So you've got that to focus on. But the bridgerweight, you've got Alen Babic. When I put you in Alen Babic, it's just like all I see is carnage, for lack of a better word.
Whoa. That is the one that I want. And I'm not looking past no Solomon Dacres, and I can't afford to yet, because I do rate him as a fighter. He hasn't given me any credit as a fighter, but I don't give a fuck. But I'll give him some, because he's a good boxer. He's a good boxer. If you let him do his thing, he's a good boxer. He'll paint a pretty picture on you. He'll pick your head off all day if you let him at range. And it's up to me not to let him do that tomorrow.
Alen Babic.
Alen Babic.
That's the one you want, you said?
Look, I like Alen. We've exchanged phone numbers, exchanged messages. I wished him luck on his last fight. He's fighting for the bridgerweight world title in April, isn't he? Wow. Imagine when I come through tomorrow, and if he comes through that. Listen, there's only 20. Well, this is what I've been told, and I don't know if it's right or not. But there's only meant to be 20 world ranked bridgerweights. I don't know if winning the English title is going to give us a ranking, but surely Eddie Matchroom can pull some strings to get us in a position where I can get myself a world ranking, and then, because there's no bridgerweights around, or there's very few. But imagine that, St James's Park, me and the Savage, the Iceman and the Savage. Sounds good to me, mate.
Listen, to be honest, Rob, it sounds good to me as well, brother, but...
Mate, it's not a dream anymore. If I do this tomorrow, when I do this tomorrow, it's not a dream anymore. Like, I'm 12-0, English champion, and then me and Uncle Eddie sit down and talk the bridgerweight, the business and the bridgerweight route. But listen, Alan, if you are watching, you ever get a look at this, you probably won't. But nothing against you, my friend. But it's just business, and I think you're going to come through it on April. I wish you all the best. I like him. The Geordies like him because you know what? He exactly what he said. He's exactly what it says on the tin. What he brings is violence, war, and that's can you imagine that? The Iceman and the Savage. But I want to get past Dacres first, so can't overlook this one. Good kid.
One final one then for me. Have you got a message for Solomon Dacres ahead of tomorrow?
He's got a bit personal with me. I think I was a Teletubby yesterday. Well, it's not going to be embarrassing if a Teletubby knocks you out. Is that like that's going to be pretty embarrassing when the Teletubby hurts you, when the Teletubby fucking gets you on the buttons and your legs do a funny dance and they go from underneath you, don't they? But look, just bring a pillow, kid. Or you could lie in your hands, your fella fists, you could do that.
Well, go and enjoy the rest of the day. I know you're going to get fueled up ahead of tomorrow, so listen, good speaking to you again, brother, and good luck tomorrow night. Thank you, Rob. Cheers, mate. Thank you, Izzy.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt rings.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,